Chapter 2. Seeking Answers in Shadowfax Village. John blundered through the misty woods, cussing as gnarled roots continually snagged his feet. The ominous weight of the sword at his side served as a constant reminder of the so-called heroic quest ahead. As he walked, the chain-mail vest Elias had gifted him clinked softly, already chafing his paunch in new and unpleasant ways. "This is bull," John grumbled, swatting away a low-hanging branch. The rich scent of pine and loam told him this was no bourbon-soaked dream. At any moment, he expected a fire-breathing dragon to emerge overhead and crispy fry his hide. After what felt like hours of stumbling over rocks and sinkholes, the trees gradually gave way to gently rolling green hills dotted with mossy boulders. In the distance, atop a hill nestled snugly between the slopes, John spotted a small village of thatched roof cottages, sending plumes of comforting smoke twisting skyward. John, stale tongue stuck to the roof of his mouth, thirstier than he'd ever been after even the fiercest college kegger. "Please let them have beer," he croaked to no one, quickening his pace. He could already taste the sweet relief of ale on his tongue. But as John drew closer, he saw no telephone poles or power lines leading to the cluster of simple dwellings. The villagers wore rough homespun clothes, toiling in the fields with hoes and ox-drawn plows. It was like stepping straight into the set of some medieval documentary on the old PBS. Wary eyes tracked John as he limped into the hard-backed dirt town square, no doubt looking every inch the awkward outsider in his mismatched old-world garb. He made straight for what appeared to be the village's only tavern, a cramped timber structure smelling strongly of old copper pennies and stale porridge. John careened through the doorway with all the grace of a woman off-key marching band. Plopping onto the first vacant stool he spotted, he fished a gold coin from his belt pouch and slapped it onto the rough-hewn counter. "Barkeep, I'll take your finest ale and step on it." John's voice came out rough as sandpaper. The keep eyed John's address with suspicion, but wordlessly poured him a frothy tankard of deep amber liquid. John guzzled it down greedily between deep gasps of air. It sure as hell wasn't a Bud Light, but it took the edge off. As John nursed his second tankard, cheeks rosy with buzz, he regaled the fascinated patrons with the wild tale of waking up here from another world. But instead of sympathy, their faces reflected growing unease. He caught whispered snatches of witchcraft and dark prophecy. John sighed into his empty tankard. However, he had wound up in this medieval twilight zone. It seemed clear these superstitious villagers would be no help at all. If he ever wanted to find his way back home, he was on his own.